Alright, welcome folks to Discord League Invitational Winners Round of 16. We have Luke versus Shenful, Crane versus Scorpion, and I've got Noman here, another Invitational player casting with me. And
Alright, do we have time for a quick deck list look before we start?
yeah.
Alright, so let's start with the Crane deck, so it looks less weird. It's got one Kami Unleashed in it for some reason, and only two Savvy Politician. Everything else is standard.
Kami Unleashed I actually think is fine in Crane. I actually think it's almost the best in Crane because it gives them another way to honor their characters, which is really important, especially in the mirror, and it also gives them a way to potentially play Noble Sacrifice more consistently.
Though he only has one Noble.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much they were testing with it, but it's kind of a cool silver bullet, like just kind of like a card that we're not used to playing against yet. Like I would definitely overlook it.
Crane has 6 Fantanas and no other attachments.
Yep.
Usual splash, 3 Let Go, 2 Fury. Those 3 Let Goes are going to look pretty silly because the Scorpion deck has no attachments in it.
Yeah, and Crane doesn't have any nieces to cycle them. It's a hedge versus.
Wait, Crane doesn't have any nieces? You can play this game with no nieces?
Yeah, I know, right?
How do you do that?
It's a hedge versus Phoenix and Dragon. Unfortunately, the way the bracket shook out was really awkward.
Yeah.
Just the way the seeding worked out was really just created a really funny bracket.
Right. And meanwhile, we have
the
2 Fate Worse Than Death, 2 Way of the Scorpion, triple charge, 10 conflict character, no attachment Scorpion deck with Mia Satoshi.
I think this is Shen's take on answering Tadaka, right? Like I think almost all the Scorpions have taken different takes on how they want to handle Tadaka and like the matchups in general.
I think a lot of us have just gone with I'm gonna play Clouds in one swim.
Yeah, I mean that's what some of you have done. Shen's gone for 10 conflict characters. So, like Slisky and Woodwin are haven't really changed like anything. So we'll see. Yeah. Pretty standard 3 Nice, but he's got Nia Satoshi. What is he not playing? Is he not playing Yunako? No, he's playing Yunako.
Look. Have you sent me the password?
It's ASDF. Shen posted it in Discord League. What did he cut for these Satoshis?
I'm looking. He's only playing Illusionist for Shugenja, no other Shugenja, no Miyako. And only 2 blackmail artists because insane.
Oh, okay, sure. So no Miyakos. Okay.
2 actresses as well, though. And no spies at court. Wow.
Yeah, look, I think you're still a little. I like that card, but I still think you're a little crazy.
I'm not the only person who submitted spies at court, am I?
That's because Dream is playing copy of Scorpion Test.
His deck is actually named copy of copy of copy of copy of copy.
Yeah. It's actually, I think it's slightly different from very slightly different from yours. Look, it's like when someone copies your deck and then changes one card and says, "Look, original idea, do not steal."
He changed 2 cards.
Oh, okay. Super original.
Actually,
idea,
he might have been 3. I think it's 3 cards.
Hey, what's up, Shoot? What's up, Gertie? All right, so looks like Shen won the die roll. And then we see a pretty strong small character start here from Crane. And we see that Shenful high rolls turn 1 Natural Palace along with 2 low drops. You just buy Wisp. Do you like fading your small characters in this matchup?
Not with a Shouju on the board.
Well, you're going to buy Shouju here?
I'd strongly consider it, actually.
So I know you.
Let's just say that the local Cranes whine whenever I play Shouju on turn 1, so I consider this a good reason to play Shouju on turn 1.
I know you would like Shouju 3 Fate turn 1, but I think that's just not the way Shen plays.
Yeah, given that if you think Shen is 100% to not play Shouju, then I put a Fate on the Whisperer.
Okay. No, I was thinking as Scorpion, if you're gonna play your small characters, do you Fate like your Lyre?
No, I put a Fate on the Manipulator, not on the Lyre, because the Lyre's value is in drawing me that card.
That's fair. We see no Fate on either of these characters.
0 Fate Cautious Scout, I think, is very wrong.
I think I would.
Like, the only reason you 0 Fate the Cautious Scout is no, because even then you still represent the cancel.
I think he's trying to. Not have the Void Ring be live, because if you one fate your characters, then It gives.
If my opponent Void Rings me instead of Earthring, I'm pretty happy usually.
It depends. It depends on the board state, but I can agree with that.
If my opponent Void Rings my 2-drop instead of Earthring, I'm pretty happy.
I think it's like an even trade.
I don't.
I don't know. I don't value the Earthring that high in the early game.
I value it really highly, but that's also because then I play Spies Core and you're
Sure. Yeah. Like if you can definitely get more.
So, I wonder what's gonna happen. I
imagine we'll see military water with the scout here.
That would be a reasonable play.
It just gets it gets blown up by charge policy debate, but I mean you're gonna have to scout at some point.
I'm not sure it gets blown out by charge policy.
It doesn't get blown out, but I mean like that is the best play against it because then you can do political water and try.
Which province do you attack with Cautious Scout?
I would want to see what's underneath the palace, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I would do as well.
I would probably just see what's under there so I can plan my turns accordingly.
Yeah, because like if it's a reasonable province, if it's meditations.
Well, you're hoping that it's anything but meditations. Like best case scenario is a secret cache.
Why?
Because it won't trigger with the Cautious Scout.
Yeah, but meditations. Do you mean pilgrimage? Pilgrimage is what you don't want it to be, right? Or, no, that doesn't make sense.
No. I'm saying like the province you attack with Cautious Scout.
Or it's meditations.
I'm saying best case scenario for the province you attack with Cautious Scout is secret cache because then it won't.
Oh,
trigger.
that's fair. Yeah, but best case scenario for the province that Storehouse is on is meditations.
Yeah. Agreed. And it is indeed meditation. So the palace, is on its weakest province per se.
Yeah, the palace is at its most fair.
Yeah. It feels really good though, right? When your row, the weak province in your row is meditations, or in my case, the weak province is manicure garden.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, this just very, very strong province. This already above average province.
Meditation is a pretty average province, I feel.
I still think in terms of just like the problem is that there's just so many insane provinces that it gets a little bit lost by the wayside. But I think that meditations is actually one of the stronger neutral provinces, especially in that element.
Oh sure, meditations is obviously the third strongest fire province in the game.
Yeah,
hang on. There's 5 fire provinces in the game. It makes it average.
Yeah, that's fair. Manicured is what, the second best air province? Behind Secret?
Yeah. Unless you're Micah.
That's fair.
This is the Invitational. Pretty much everybody is very good.
Yeah.
At least relative to what we have right now. And sure, in 5 years, we're all going to think we sucked so much back now.
Is this game going to last 5 years?
So, I like this game.
That's fair.
Most LCGs last 5 years.
Alright, so we see a counterattack military water now after the Fury came out. We see a defense. This signifies a debate to me.
It could be something else, but I think it's probably a debate and something else rather than just something else.
So, Seeker of Air Fate hits Fertile Fields.
We're just fighting over water rings today.
I guess you could just let your opponent.
Oh, we see a defense because it's a water ring.
Yeah, you just let your opponent
Yeah,
win here.
Sense.
And then
hope there's a debate at least. What'd you bid on this debate? As high as required.
Yeah, I bid to win here.
Of course you do.
So
You're my
4.
desire.
Look, I'm not playing this card. I'm not playing this card to be cute, right? I'm playing this card to get a powerful effect.
To be fair, if you had a card that said action, take 2 honor from your opponent, you'd probably play that too.
Maybe?
I'd play that in Scorpion.
Well, yeah. Obviously, you play that in Scorpion. I don't know if I would play that in Dragon. I'm not sure. The problem is that card doesn't help me win conflicts.
If you play that card, then you never lose to Scorpion, I think.
Oh yeah, all right, that's fair. Then I would probably add assassination back. I would probably play 2 assassination then.
Okay, so you're expecting to see 4-5 or 4-1?
I don't know. I don't know if so. Like, if it was me, I would expect someone to 1-bid me because I have a reputation. But it's,
I would consider. Okay, it's 4/5.
Yep. I think a Scorpion, it's pretty free roll to high bid there. Could be.
It's mostly free. You can bid one. Let's look at his hand. That's a power conflict. That's more complicated than I have in my deck.
Maybe you take Edict here. Take CO Jimbo. Okay.
I'm surprised he didn't cancel.
Yeah, I would have edicted that, dishonoring my liar. I just don't want my opponent to have the information.
I don't like giving the hand info, and I don't like giving him the honor anyways.
Yeah,
and he has the option.
exactly. I think in the Invitational specifically, there's just no way you're gonna turn a debate. Unless your opponent has played it in an inopportune moment.
There have been cases where I've said, okay, I actually think I win here if it's 1/5, and then and then he has to discard one of my cards. I expect we might see that, and we might see some people who play saying, I will allow him to draw if he bids high.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Okay,
if
well,
Luke has a rival here, it's really strong. Although, you can wave the Scorpion for shame.
Yeah. If Luke has a rival here, what does Luke do with his rival?
I would play it into the conflict.
Okay, so you do not want to just go break Shoju's province.
He's already passed his conflict, so...
Oh, right, I should probably look at the first player
that's
token before I say dumb things.
Probably gonna see Political Earth here, if I had to guess. If he flips...
It's a pretty good ring.
If he flips the other air
none of the other ones do anything.
What a high roll. Flips the other air province, denying Seeker Fate.
Is that a high roll? If it was shameful, then you could break.
Potentially break, right? Like, I mean, Luke could have a conflict character.
Yeah, Luke could have a conflict character, and there's no fate worse than death for it. So yeah.
If Luke has a rival here, it's really strong. Like rival.
Luke has
rival
7 fate. Scorpion confirmed.
Yeah, rival 3 fate here is really good. Interesting. We see a Goblin Sneak to take one of the fate. I still would rival 3 fate here if I had it.
That's interesting. Yeah. Why did he do that?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I think Goblin Sneak has very high diminishing returns as the fate increases.
That's true, but the fate's already increased.
No, I meant like as your opponent has more fate, right? Like, so like if I play Goblin Sneak in a turn where you have 2 fate, it's a lot more impactful than if I play a Goblin Sneak in a turn you have 7 fate.
Yeah, and also if I play a Goblin Sneak in a turn where all it's doing is standing with its 0 glory.
yeah, exactly. You know, it's not an often played card. Also, your opponent could definitely forget about it as the game goes on.
It was just policy debated, so I'm assuming there's a notepad file on Luke's computer with the words Goblin Sneak in it.
I don't believe that.
Wow, no faith.
Well, I don't do that, so that's why.
Oh.
I'll scroll up later.
Huh.
Interesting.
I mean, that is what just happened. He went fire? I didn't even notice.
Why?
I didn't assume. Apparently, it's the turn off voice of honor next turn according to chat. Which is, in fact, a thing that just happened. But
interesting.
That's so much to spend.
I think I would have just rather have Earth Ringed there.
I would love to have Earthring. Like, also drawing more cards my opponent doesn't have in his notepad file.
I'm pitching this Hotara here for sure.
Are you pitching the Shoju here?
I mean, Shen probably will. I know you wouldn't. I wouldn't either.
I'd think about it. I don't think I would, but I'd think about it.
It looks like Shen's Shen's keeping it, so we might see.
I would question my life choices that led me to have 10 conflict characters in my deck and no clouds for Guest of Honor, and then I'd keep it.
I mean, if I'm Crane here, wow, he kept Hotara. If I'm Crane here, I'm just mulliganing everything that's not Guest of Honor.
Yeah, that sounds like the thing you should do as Crane.
Yeah, I'm just hard mulliganing. I'm digging through my deck for Guest of Honor, and as soon as I find...
I'd keep Palace.
Yeah, I'd keep Palace, and as soon as I find Guest of Honor, I'm putting as much fate on it as I possibly can.
Yes, 6 fate. Let's go.
5, 6 fate. Hell yeah. What are you gonna do?
If you flipped guest instead of Hotaru here, how much fate would you put on it?
So 4. I would put 9, and then I would buy a naked brass samurai.
9 fate.
No, sorry. It would be 9 total, right? So 5 fate.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah. I had 14 fate. Or no, sorry. I had 7. Yeah, I had 13 fate. So yeah, 9, and then that leaves me with 4, and then I can brass samurai and still have 2 left. Perfect. Done.
Sounds good. Yeah, I like that line. Unfortunately, there is no guest of honor here,
also
so
no
guest
brass
5
samurai
fate is
either.
not going to happen.
And the fact that he doesn't buy brass samurai here leads me to believe that he's gonna end up keeping it again, and that's just gonna keep delaying his ability to find guest of honor.
It leads me to believe wait.
I don't think he's.
He can't have had a Paul rival. He would have played the Paul rival.
I mean he would have had to draw this turn, right? Maybe he's banking on drawing one.
He bids 1. You sure?
Interesting.
All right. Way of the Chrysanthemum? No.
No. No chart. Yeah, I don't know.
I strongly dislike that 1 bid for the obvious reasons.
Well, yeah, you can draw up to 5 cards in this game. I think I would do that.
Hey, you can draw 6 cards sometimes.
Shoot, we already know that Shen has a Way of the Scorpion in his hand.
And a for shame, right?
Yeah, and Shen just drew 5 cards, potentially drawing into a Fate Worse Than Death.
Maybe Luke's cat hit the keyboard. I assume Luke has a cat.
Anything. It is very easy to manually draw cards in this, so I don't know.
Would you even allow the take back? I'm not sure I'd allow a take back after Dios.
If my opponent, probably not.
Like anywhere else.
Like in a paper tournament, sometimes like the dial moves after you like reveal it.
In a paper tournament, you say the number when.
Yeah, I was saying in a paper tournament, I always say my number also. Like sometimes I'll say 5.
Disconnects out of disbelief.
Yeah.
I see. It's a psychological warfare tactic. You make him question his sanity, and then he closes the game, and you get a win.
Yeah.
Hang on, you're saying that in a card game, cards are preferable to not cards?
Yeah, look. I can draw up to 5 in. I'm in. That was actually one of the biggest sells for this game when I was demoing at a Gen Con was when we got to the draw phase, the playtester told me, I could draw 1 to 5 cards. So I bid 5 every time in playtesting.
I assume you won.
I actually got crushed all the time. I got crushed horrifically by my friend because I didn't know how to play. Like,
well,
this game is very different from Magic. It has a very different skill set, so, like, I just got crushed in all... I got crushed 4 times in the playtest games. We stood in line at Gen Con 4 different times, and went and played the demo over and over again, because it was so fun.
Travis wants to know if Luke's read the Scorpion Stronghold. Yeah, it says, action, name a card... The next action from a card with that title this round is cancelled. I'm pretty sure.
Ooh, that'd be pretty sick. Travis says
that was an L5R Scorpion Stronghold.
Ohio disowns you. Was it really?
Yeah.
What?
The only restriction is you couldn't name a Dynasty card that wasn't in play.
Interesting. I don't know. The old game seems weird. I've like seen some of the cards.
The old game is super weird, but it got a few really cool big things right, like having done 2 different decks, and we have those things still. Oh, well. Okay.
Well, we just.
Shen was disconnected.
Yeah, we just had a very long admin discussion about issues like this occurring. So. Hopefully this can be resolved.
I'd hope so as well.
Yeah, mostly stemmed out.
What do you think about the number of fate on that shoju?
Probably, I mean, I think we're in the correct meta. You could have played 1 more fate on it if you really wanted to, but I mean.
I would have preferred to play an even number of fate on him. Like, I think both 2 and 4 are better than 3.
Why?
4 is better than 3 because it's more, and 2 is better than 3 because then you have Fate Worse Than Death.
Well, he's gonna get first conflict, and he's gonna do a military on a ring that has fate.
Wait, you're allowed to declare conflicts in this game as Scorpion?
Yeah. He's also gonna scout another province here, looking to find where Shameful is or Meditations.
Is it fine to hit Shameful and honor Hotaru?
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
You just drew 5 cards. Your opponent drew 1. You have a way of already in your hand.
And Associate Illusionist in your provinces.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with hitting Shameful.
Yeah.
I also know where Shameful is for future reference. Also with Hotaru, if Shameful gets activated and Hotaru defense.
That's not a new province.
Interesting.
I don't like giving him that money. Though he's shown himself to be very bad at using it.
Mill Void. I guess this is just to deny the double void.
Yeah, I guess double void's a reason to put 3 Fate on. Okay.
I think
No,
3 is
I
actually.
still
I
prefer-
just think 3 is the right number because it lets you Fate Worse.
You're right. I didn't actually think about the fact that you could just assign attackers in this game.
Yeah. Goblin Sneak more than just stealing.
Wait, Goblin Sneak steals a Fate and then also takes Fate from rings?
Yeah, no, he's just.
Maybe I should play this card.
He's just so sneaky.
But then I can't play Spies at Court.
I mean, you can. It's just a Namba.
No, it's just deck space.
Look, 45 cards in your conflict deck. Up to. Did you know you're allowed to play up to 45 cards?
It's,
Maximum.
I think
If
this
there's
is
a maximum number, it must be the best. In Magic, there's no maximum number on your deck. 'Cause that's why nobody plays more than 60. Because it's an undefined amount of maximum. If they define that maximum, people will be all over it. I mean, they wouldn't restrict it unless it was OP, right?
yeah, that's why everyone plays 60 card decks in Yu-Gi-Oh, right?
Yeah.
Is that a rule?
Yeah,
I think that's a rule.
Is there
That was a rule in the
is
video
there a
game.
maximum in that game?
There's a rule in the DS games, which is the
okay.
only Yu-Gi-Oh experience I have. I assume that's a real rule.
Am I low cranked? Let me see.
Yeah, I agree with Chief Rev here. Luke's best plan is that Shenful gets disqualified for disconnects.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it would still be a regame.
Yeah, he comes back and resolves the void, right?
Yeah, at this point, it would be a regame with Luke gaining an advantage with any scheduling issues down the road. Is pretty much how it would be ruled, because.
Fair enough. Because you can't give Shenful a win for disconnecting.
Yeah. Look, if this was a
Fair.
paper, if this was a paper tournament and Shen had to go or whatever, I mean, he would get a game loss, but.
Yeah. Well, no, if he had to go and he got back within the round time, then he'd be fine.
No, if your opponent gets up and leaves and then comes back after 20 minutes, what do you expect? What did you?
Legitimately, I would say, if the game goes to time, that player loses, but otherwise finish the game.
Sure, I would not rule that way. It's just like
Which notably is the same ruling as you made for the online thing.
Yeah. For a paper
Shenful
tournament.
was disconnected. Shenful was reconnected.
Yeah, for a paper tournament, if someone just like got up and had to leave, I would just inform them that, you know, if they were not back within like a couple minutes, that they would be receiving a game loss.
That's completely reasonable. Yeah. There's an unassuming Yojin, but with 1 Fate.
If they had to like go to the bathroom or something, that's a different story. Then I would just ask them to leave their phone at the table, and I would sit down and wait for them to come back.
Reasonable. All right.
Is it 5
well,
minutes
let's
on
see those-
paper, Travis? Okay, I don't know. I don't know what the tardiness policies were in paper.
So this unassuming Yojimbo wants to go look for Shameful, but it doesn't want to go look for Meditation. So it probably just has to go back to Manicured, right?
How lucky are you feeling? You want to take the 50-50? See, if you just scouted with your goblins.
If I'm Shenful, I feel like I'm way ahead.
We see a rival come down. I wonder if he was going to try and covert past Hikaru, but there's a favorable ground in play.
I mean, there's a favorable ground in play, but that means there's a favorable ground that's being used.
Yeah, I meant
I guess just-
if you were to try and covert past.
No, yeah, you're right. Well, I mean, you still have 9. You have effective 11 pulse go versus 6, 10 versus 6 because Crane can use box. Ten is notably more than 6.
With Fate Worse and Death off, I wonder if you just if Shen attacks here, if you just trade breaks here and then you take a double resolution of a ring.
You could just defend with Paul Rival and still take it up, or
No, no, you get way of for shamed, and then you still take the break.
But that's fine. You played a way of for shame on Paul Rival, and you still get to break with Hotaru.
Yeah, that's true. What if you just send the Yojimbo and Cobra Hotaru?
Box gets used, but there's still favor.
Paul favor, yeah.
Okay, so
Paul favor been ruining Crane box since day one. Man,
it took me like at least a month to start doing that properly.
I wish I could go back to play when the game first came out and then like compete like in the earlier tournaments. I feel like I would do so much better than like people.
I'm still mad about the guy at the top 4 packs who ring farmed me on Pilgrimage.
Ring farmed you on Pilgrimage?
Well, you see, he was playing Lion and he had his keepers and he was running triple spies at court.
Oh, but he didn't get the rings. He just got the spies at court.
Well, it's technically he got the ring. He got the rings, but not the ring effect. So he got the bookkeepers in. So he just like kept playing spies at court, and also I put 2 keepers into play. And then we went to time, and I made a minor misplay that cost me tiebreakers. L5R is hard. Should plan A, Shenpo disqualified by disconnect is still on.
Still alive.
I mean, that's probably his most likely out unless he snuck a Feast or Famine in his deck. Defends with Hotaru. So that's giving up the favor then. And the double ring. How do you feel about that line?
With a fan, no, you can't break. With 2 fans, you can break. You can break meditations.
I want to yell at Luke for not using box first action, by the way.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, because if he plays a fan, then you can't use box.
Yeah, but he's not gonna beat you. Yeah, I guess fan plus way of. Yeah, all right, that's fair.
Hey, Nix, are you here? Can you spam use box, please? Alright, well, I see that the plan continues to be online. Okay, so Shoju's going to stand for the favor, so this is guaranteed favor to Shenful, but Paul Rival is going to resolve a random ring. That was also the Fire Ring without Fate instead of the Earth Ring with Fate. So A, Fury is off, and B, you know, Luke gets an Earth Ring with Fate. Yeah, if Shenful gets to Walking the Way into Charge Unako and then swaps his Shoju's stats, and then Luke has a poison, and if they had magical hack to change Paul to Mill in the Crane Stronghold, then it would work. Then it would bow Shoju. He's playing around that, I guess. Okay.
Well, if he played Walking the Way, I'd have to DQ him.
But if that entire sequence happened, you'd have to DQ both of them, because I also included Crane playing poison.
Look. Semantics. Crane, I don't see it. Scorpion, dirty. Completely unbiased judging here.
That sounds flavorfully incorrect. I'm sorry, MD. Your flavor judge license has been revoked.
I've never had one. Definitely not a flavor person. Going to
Going to Secret Cache, if that had been an Earth conflict instead of a Fire conflict, that could have gotten him a Fury to battle his Paul Rival.
at Kubla Khan. See, Shooter was saying, here is my MD being a good commentator. See, at Kubla Khan, if anybody's about to be Kingsley, I'll just game loss them, easy, unbiased judging. We see a steward show up into the conflict, but we know Shen has an assassination, so I don't know why you put a fate on the steward.
Good question.
I guess he just doesn't have a fan, because he only drew one card.
Oh, he just ran up. Wait, chooses not to resolve the Earth Ray?
That can't be real.
That must be a misclick.
I don't know how you would even walk that back.
There's a discard random card chat command.
Is there? All right. Let's find it.
/ discard 1.
Okay, wait. Tell that to the players. Wait.
And there was that Fury that would have worked if he'd taken the Earth Ring correctly.
Sweet, we figured it out.
Yeah, and I'm gonna yell at Shenful for not taking the Earth Ring and infuriating that bow rifle.
Yeah. Alright, well, I was like, I don't know if choosing to not resolve the Earth Ring on turn 2 is correct.
Yeah. We just play around mill, you know? It's the whole play 25.
He's out of the Invitational. He can't understand the meta of non-resolving Earth Rings. Yeah, dude. Sure, you missed the memo. We went from 3 Fate meta to no Earth Ring meta.
Wait, we were in 4 Fate meta for a while.
Wait, Shen's at 3 Honor.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's not 2 anymore. It'll be 4 in a second. According to this Honor graph I'm looking at, it says that Shen will be at 7 Honor during the start of a conflict phase on turn 4.
What is this, turn 3? You think 7?
Yeah.
That's
7.
That's aggressive. I think Luke is going to be bidding 1 here and going for the earring.
We'll see if I'm right.
Keeps the Brash Samurai and the Favorable Ground and flips another Brash Samurai. These Samurai are so brash.
And they were so brash they waited 2 turns to get played.
Yeah.
So, you know, in old L5R, brash was a keyword that had rules meaning.
Wait, did it really?
Yeah.
What was the keyword? What did it do?
I'm trying to remember which one was brash, which one was overconfident. Hang on.
Brash and overconfident. I feel like we're playing Pokemon here.
They were in the same format.
I'm pretty sure these are like these are Pokemon.
The defender may draw a card after a brash card is assigned to attack.
Timid, bashful. Right? Add those to brash and.
Okay, yeah, it's brash is the defender may draw a card after a brash card is assigned to attack.
The defender may draw a card? That's so good.
Yeah. It's a drawback.
Why is it a drawback? The defender may draw a card.
The defender draws a card after the brash card is assigned to attack.
Oh, to attack.
Yeah.
I wonder what the stats would have to be on something like that for me to play it.
Well, there was a 0-cost sorcery that gave something that.
I don't know if that's worth playing. You know in Hearthstone the card Blessing of Wisdom or whatever, the Paladin card?
Yeah.
I often don't think that card is worth playing, even in like Arena. Like, sometimes it cycles if you put it on your opponent's guy, but they're still just gonna attack me with their guy, and like I'll draw one card.
It usually cycles if you put it on your own guy and then gives your guy taunt. It's one mana draw a card, give a character you control taunt.
But the thing is, I'm not sure if I would play it in this game. It loses a lot of value when you can draw more than one card a turn.
And for the record, overconfident was when this enters or leaves play, your opponent draws a card.
Alright, so like reverse sincerity?
Enters or leaves, even worse.
Enters or leaves. The stats on those cards must have just had to have been nuts.
Oh, I'm just looking up cards. There was a Brash card with, after this enters play, lose 1 honor, and if your opponent is Scorpion Clan, remove Brash from this.
So a sideboard card.
No sideboards.
All right. Well, look, I'm playing against Scorpion. Tech easy. I'm pretty sure the honor is very different in the old game, right? Like you lost when you hit -25 or something.
You lose at -20, and you lose at the end of the turn after you hit -20, and you win at the start of your turn if you are at 40. Yes, those are different.
Oh, nice. It's like old Magic rules where you didn't lose for the game by state-based effects of being at less than 0 life until the phase ended.
Okay, so tap Mirror Universe.
No, it was Pros Bloom was the combo deck.
It's also Mirror Universe.
Sure, yeah. But like Pros Bloom, you just like pay life and like add mana and discard cards, and then you just drain life yourself out of negative.
Apparently, the answer is you got a 0/3 for 2, and by 2 I mean 0.
All right, if you're Luke here,
In exchange for
if you're Luke here,
Overconfident.
you definitely go for air with this 2 fate. What province do you attack?
I want to go mill with unassuming Yojimbo at a random province coverting Brash Samurai, maybe?
Well, I mean, Luke has first conflict.
Oh, if you're Luke.
So probably Brash Samurai, mill, air, at really awkward to go to meditations here. I don't know.
Well, you could take a new province.
Yeah, Jadiel knows what's up with Pros Bloom. It was in the on the flashback. One of the flashback keys.
No, it was -20. By the way, Travis and Soto. I played Dishonor. I wish it was -10. I just went on like turn 2 every game.
You could really get someone a
fair,
-10 on turn 2. That's hilarious.
That is not in fact true.
Oh,
but
okay.
There's a reason it was called Legend of the 5 Turns.
Did the games only last 5 turns?
In practice, yeah.
Oh, okay.
At least in some metas. By the way, did you notice that I said 2 different things when I was describing the win conditions? It was you win if you start your turn at 40, and you lose if you after hitting -20 end your turn.
Yeah.
So if you go to -20 and then gain back up to -19, you still lose.
Yeah.
You still
lose. You still lose.
Yeah, you lose at the end of your turn if you have ever been at -20.
Interesting. So you would have to win that turn basically. So you could potentially go to -20, but then win. It's
because there's a rule where every card you destroy in a conflict, you gain 2 by resolution. You gain 2 honor.
Gotcha. So we see pre-conflict Way of the Crane on Hotaru. We're gonna see this Rumormonger fire maybe and move it on to his rival. Or you can even move it on to Brash Samurai if you want.
Yeah.
Not using Hotaru on the attack last turn is really painful also because Shen didn't have any fate, right? So you could have potentially gotten a double resolution, and that's just not likely to happen now.
Yeah. Though that's 2 Furies from Shen, right? Yeah.
Yeah, right. So he discarded 1.
Is that 2 out of 2 or 2 out of 3?
2 out of 3.
He's got 3 Furies.
Yeah, he's on to calling in favor as 2 let go.
I wonder how many let goes Luke is sitting with being miserable.
I would probably say 1. He doesn't draw that many cards.
Oh right, he clicked on the 1 button somehow.
Yeah, well look, he's brought the bids down this game. We just gotta wait a couple turns for Scorpion to steal their honor back, and then Shen can draw some more cards.
Yes, that's true. This game's a little ridiculous for the record.
Look, I just like clean games where everyone's drawing 5 cards, we're all having fun, all playing cards.
I like games where I'm drawing 6 cards.
Yeah, that's fair.
It is. It doesn't feel very fair.
You have to give me an honor. What do you mean? Balance.
You mean I have to battle my stronghold, right?
Look. We're playing a game. We saw games where someone had 10 cards in their hand and could only play 2, right? And I don't think drawing 6 is the most unbalanced thing in this game right now.
That's true. Is drawing 7 the most unbalanced thing in this game, though?
even then.
Is hitting restoration for 12 the least
Ooh.
balanced thing in this game? That might
No,
be.
you should have played around it. Pre-play your cards.
I mean, yes, but it's just, how about Talisman beside into restoration of
Oh,
balance?
that was really fun. I had a lot of fun with that.
You can still do that. You're just flash calling in favors.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that in the team event.
There's the shameful display. So after this rumor mob gets assassinated, that's another honor towards my account.
Yeah. If we get to 7, that'd be pretty sick. Just
I don't think we're getting to 7. I think we might get to 6. And probably just.
instead of
Well, it depends if it happens
instead of Nostradamus, it's Nomendamus. Did it?
They domain the restricted list to put my usually manipulator on it according to largeness.
This is just the new meme. It's rumor is they delete the restricted list and then put X card.
Rumors they just made the restricted list in order to put winning on it.
Yeah. You're not allowed to win anymore. Only losing.
Unless you take the restricted cards out of your deck, then you're allowed to win.
Oh, sure. So if you play none, then you're allowed to win, because then winning is alright. Shooter just wants to remove Scorpion Stronghold. Alright.
Again, that wouldn't remove Scorpions. I mean, it kind of would, because if you can't play Edict or Calling in Favors or Policy Debate, what are we playing this game for?
Or no, more like what are you playing Scorpion for?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm playing this game to play Scorpion.
Look, I can play I can still play perfectly fine cards with I already have my list actually made. If the restricted list, we already Sir Largence, Bill and I already brewed up a list for Dragon with the theorized restricted list.
What's it called? Restrict test?
No, we didn't do it on 5 rings. We were just counting the number of cards that I would have to take out and what we'd add in.
Fair enough.
I only lose 7 cards. Pretty easy to. So it was pretty easy to fill.
It was shameful. That was for shame. Well, there goes the 7 honor dream. Unless Luke bids 5 next round. Which seems very unlikely.
Why do you think he?
Okay.
Why do you think he chose to bow here? He could have dishonored and he could have moved the status onto his.
He could have. No, he used that already to redirect later.
Yeah.
Okay, so what if he has for shame and
he does have for shame
and fury? What if he has the 3rd fury?
That'd be really strong.
That'd be why he bowed if he has 3rd fury. Because if he dishonors, then his opponent can play Voice of Honor on said 3rd fury. Or it could also be assassinate. It could be he has an assassinate, right? We know that.
No, he played it. He played the one that we knew about.
Well, if he was playing 3 assassinates, then he could go to 1 honor and be a little suicidal. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I was like, wait, whoa. There's a favorable ground here too. He just takes the break. Interesting. Saves his for shame that we knew he had.
Well, I think giving out breaks when you're on 3 honor is usually a good thing to do.
Yeah, that's fair. We also saw a political conflict come out here by Luke without using Hotaru. So again, I begged the question, why do we have a Hotaru if we're not trying to use her?
Well, obviously it's that Hotaru and Shoju can have a Tessen fight.
Look, they gotta prove once and for all who Kachiko really loves.
It's Kachiko, right?
What?
Who Kachiko really loves is Kachiko, right?
I don't know. I don't follow the story.
I don't know. That is not story accurate. I'm pretty sure.
I just know that Kachiko and Hotaru are an item.
According to Kachiko's flavor text, Hotaru is just as good as Kachiko, and we know Kachiko is good, so that means Hotaru is good.
Yeah, they have the exact same stat line. One just has an ability that gets used, and the other one doesn't.
Hey, I've seen Hotaru's ability trigger.
I haven't seen it since Core.
I saw it triggered like this month, I think.
Yeah, Hotaru is no Toturi when it comes to triggering abilities.
Well, yeah.
I've seen a lot of
when they print 1 cost, put target Hotaru into playing a political conflict.
Please, we don't need political charge. Then Scorpion just plays that along with regular charge.
I don't even play regular charge, though I would play political charge.
Then
Alright,
we can
well,
just have
there's
then we can just have 6 charges for Charge Bird.
no, because we're restricting all 3 of them, obviously.
Oh yeah, all right, that's fair. That's fair. Mittens is like,
If
please no political charge.
well, you see, eventually, if we print too many broken cards that combo with Charge Bird,
They'll,
you can only play 40 of them. Well, I guess you can play 45, but
yeah, dude. All
you
broken
need all the cancer in one deck, Travis. You can't do that. You can't put Restoration of Balance in your Phoenix deck.
So we do see a Fury come out of Luke to bow the Sujimbo. We know that Shen has 2 edicts in his hand. I don't know what he's saving them for.
Well, he has a charge, so I can understand playing the charge while it's good.
Really, Travis, Tadaka's definitely a ghetto version of another clan stuff. I agree. Same thing with Against the Waves.
I mean, Against Waves is basically just a bad item ready, right?
A bad I am ready. That's so good. That's so good. Bad I am ready. Agreed. You know, the Phoenix Stronghold is definitely a bad version of something.
I mean, I think somebody at some point thought it was a bad version of the Scorpion Stronghold.
They would be wrong.
It's a bad Yawgmoth's will.
It's more like what's
It is more like Yawgmoth's agenda.
Yeah, it's like Sins of the Past, I guess, but you have to pay for the cost. I don't know. I'm trying to think
Sins
of.
of the Past is I'm looking for a permanent.
I'm looking for.
Yawgmoth's agenda is almost the right thing. You can play one spell from your graveyard
Yeah.
per turn, but that makes you play only one spell per turn.
It's Jaya Ballard's emblem.
There's a Jaya Planeswalker.
Yeah, from the new set. Ha! That'd be so dumb. You could just play. You could never ever escape Display of Power. Jesus.
Yes, you could. You just need to play Goblin Snake.
Yeah.
Or, Hero.
Oh yeah, Hero is pretty sick. Let me sing you a song.
You could replay spell attachments.
Yeah, like Cloud the Mind and Embrace.
Tristram, that is not true. Talisman of the Sun is not the worst attachment in the game. Neither is Uchi Wayfinder.
Unicorn's Conflict deck is like the best. Is like just arguably the best.
Unicorn cards are some of the best at being played in other clans.
Yep. Talisman, Spyglass, Wayfinder, and Gaijin Customs are all sick.
Yep. Oh, that's a good point. Also, Against the Waves is kind of a bad Gaijin Customs.
Alright, so Shen wins the conflict with a charged Niece, it looks like. Yep. Has he used Niece? Does not look like he has used his Niece.
Yeah, it's true. Like, I Am Ready is basically strictly better than Against the Waves because it can't be copied by Plagiarist.
Look, Chris, Born in War, damage. Get in. Big damage.
It plays around Colligan favors.
Yeah, can't steal it if you have no unicorn or cavalry character to attach it to.
That's true. You can play Fallen in battle. The card who, as far as we know, the best use of is to kill your own creatures.
No. You can definitely. I think in a paper tournament, you could definitely blow someone out with a 1x Fallen in battle.
I'm just saying, Fallen in battle on Fushishou is pretty dumb.
Is it though?
Like, charge Fushishou, win the conflict, kill it, get a Xufine with a Fate.
Yeah, that's pretty sick, actually. Ooh, Chris says unless you steal Seal of the Unicorn first. There we go.
Good point. Or I could actress uh, a border rider or
Look,
something.
Soldier Token. Have you seen how Shoju looks? This dude's definitely a creature. No character.
No, come on. Creature is a keyword in this game, and he doesn't have it.
Is it real? Oh, it is.
Yep.
All right, that's fair. Damn. No, Shoju just has Bushi and Cordier.
And champion, which has rose meaning,
Oh,
apparently.
yeah, because of the sword.
Yeah, it means that if once you steal a Seal of the Phoenix, you can also steal their ancestral sword.
Yep. Ofushikai, I think it's called. Yeah, look, the Dragon Ancestral or Dragon Champion Sword is gonna be sick. I got 2 champions.
Yeah, if Damon were still on the L5R team, we'd be informed that Mirumoto Shuri is just a crutch. I mean, have you ever seen the Bushi trade on Shoju matter?
I mean,
I'm not saying it couldn't matter. Somebody could have a route in the discard pile.
And you win your military conflict with a charged Shoju. Duh.
That doesn't even break most things.
Most things, not with that attitude. It doesn't. You have Legion of One and Bonsai. Come on. It's like you're not even trying.
I see the Legion of One for greater glory synergy.
Duh. How else are you gonna break? It's obviously synergy. You give military strength to get a break and fire off a military card. You see, Travis understands. Mines gets it. I am ready. I'm drinking my new Glarus beer. We're having some good times here.
Hang on, for greater glory is on the restricted list, right? You think?
Yeah, I think only because if you restrict everything else, Lion might be too strong.
It's only because nobody wants to play against Charge for greater glory. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
In Earthring, finally.
I don't think For Greater Glory is 100% the right pick. I think Charge might actually be better. Moves in his rival to prevent the unopposed.
Alright, so as soon as Shenpo plays a cloud and a poison, that rival dies.
See ya.
Or
if he does that, he has to make sure to type see ya in chat, and then
how about Paul Debate to swim?
And then give him the finger guns. Paul Debate to swim would be pretty dope.
Unfortunately, there's no swim available, so we will not be seeing that. We could be seeing Cammy Unleashed. If Shenpo would like to not have fate.
He would get to double resolve Earth though, which is pretty sweet. He hits the face
I
of the
kind of
card
think
and his guest of honor. Man, Shen has such a big brain. He's so smart.
Wow, that's a next level play.
What a big brain play. Hashtag
I would never have made that play. Congratulations, Shenful.
Alright.
New best Scorpion confirmed.
Alright, let's just...
Did favorite niece get used?
I do not believe it got used, but I'd have to scroll up.
Alright, so that confirms that Shenfu's hand must be literally the best 9 cards you could have.
Yeah, he didn't, because we knew he had these cards. Yeah, it doesn't look like he used it.
Am I allowed to be disappointed in Shenful?
I mean, you're allowed to do whatever you want.
That's just stroke of genius. That means he's drawing a bunch of cards next turn, right?
Big brain play. Overwhelming intellect. He knew it was there. Smart.
I would have laughed so hard if it was replaced by another guest of honor. Unfortunately,
yeah.
Who's Brian?
Big Brian plays. Interesting.
You know, there's the Mia Satoshi. What do you think about Mia Satoshi and Scorpion?
I don't know. Shenful was like using it to like mill himself and like do weird shit, and then I just dishonored him.
Okay.
So I don't know. It was definitely one of the few times I've dishonored someone as dragon. Yeah, Soldier Token, I have to get partnered to get emotes, and I don't foresee that happening. But don't worry, big brain would definitely be a very easy emote for sure. Just like everyone spams.
I think there does need to be a box.
Use box and big brain would definitely be my two emotes for sure. Like right, like as soon as someone makes any type of play, big brain. Everyone spams big brain.
Luke is in a decent position because Shenfo took that fire ring with no fate over the earth ring with one fate and then couldn't fury the thing because he didn't have a fate.
Yeah, and then also, well, he got his Hotaru avoided that turn, so like the Hotaru did like actual nothing.
Yeah.
You see Savvy Politician with 2 fate, interesting.
Alright, so Shen's going to use box now. Shen is going to click on his stronghold. Please. There we go, thank you. Did we just see Bitmetal having the... No, wait, they disabled that setting. Why did it pause there? Weird.
Oh, the contingency plan window?
There's no contingency plan window for bowing stronghold.
Weird. You could just be a psychopath and have your have a trigger or have it give you a window for every single thing your opponent does.
They removed that finally.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah, they replaced it with prompt to order forced simultaneous passives. So now you can have it asked you if you want to lose an honor or draw a card first when a dishonored Bayushi dies.
Does that matter?
If you have, if an honored Bayushi died, it could matter.
Oh, okay.
If you had exactly 5.
That's fair.
Yeah, that seems correct. That conflict appears to have gone exactly like it's supposed to. That for shame is still in hand, correct?
I believe so.
You think Voice of Honor is ever going to be online this game?
Is it ever against Good Scorpions?
On turn 1.
Yeah, alright, that's fair. I feel like Good Scorpions just always have it.
Shenful used 1 and discarded 1 at random, and Luke used 1.
What, for shame?
Fury.
Oh, Fury, yeah.
Chad asked about Fury.
Luke still has 1, and then probably has at least 1 let go in his hand, unless he also has a big brain and has chosen not to draw them.
That's an interesting strategy. I should try only drawing the cards.
If your brain was bigger, you wouldn't draw let goes. Like, I don't understand.
Oh, I never draw let goes. Come on.
Like when I played Inu earlier today, my brain was so big. He attacked Restoration of Balance. Big brain play.
Yes, you made an excellent play of putting Restoration of Balance in the correct spot.
Yep, opponent attacked it, easily had the bigger brain, and then I won the game. In 4 attacks. 4 attacks, 4 breaks.
Yeah. Now I'm going to look bad to Scorpion chat when I always tell them that 2-turn wins aren't things.
Yeah, that wasn't not only was that a 2-turn win, that was literally the perfect game, right?
Did he break your Restoration?
I don't believe so.
Did you end the game with higher honor than him?
Absolutely not.
Not a perfect game.
Alright.
Because you have to write that down in the match result step.
Yeah,
so.
that's fair. If I ever end the game with more honor than my opponent, something went wrong that game. Like, either I didn't draw enough cards, or, like, who knows, like...
Maybe it was a Scorpion, and the game ended with, like, right after they just played an assassination.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Well, we've discovered that there is a lack of big brain here.
Unlucky.
And also a lack of weighted dishonor that showed you for Noble Sack. Though with the illusionist in play.
Hear me out. Shen loses his mind, attacks Shameful Display. Then, forgets to use his illusionist. Gotcha.
He has to also forget to use his room monger though.
And forgets to use rumor monger. Luke would have the biggest brain if he got that to work, right? Right? He has to have just the biggest brain.
And forgets to edict.
Yeah, absolutely, the biggest brain. Like, if you can
Okay.
sneak that on through, oh my god, your brain is just exploding.
If he sneaks it on through, then we have to call a judge because there's no goblin snakes in his deck.
Alright, so Luke's hand, the rival's really good here, right? So the rival with 7 Fate, really strong defensive card. He does have a Way of the Crane. Way of the Crane, he's just waiting for, I guess he's waiting for Rumormonger and or Illusionist to leave, but that's never gonna happen.
He could play Fate Phase, Way of the Crane on Savvy Paul.
That's not bad, actually.
Play Rumormonger. That's a legal play.
Look, Chris, my roommate had a stroke. I don't think it works that way.
There's no Fate in any rings. How does that happen in this game?
Ooh, big brain play by Will here.
Wait. Your opponent resolved the debate and didn't take your swim?
Yeah, big brain play. He just outsmarted his opponent. Look, the debate, you lose the debate, and then you just your intellect is so overwhelming that your opponent doesn't take the I Can Swim.
I mean, I've done that with winning a debate and then playing I Can Swim.
Look, the card is in English. Maybe your opponent can't read English. I say that all the time. My modern deck in Magic is completely in Japanese, and so when people ask me what cards do, I'll get Oracle text or I'll tell them. But when I play with English cards, whenever my friends ask me what the card is, I'm like, the card's in English. You can read it. Unlike my other cards, this card is in English.
How do you feel about the fact that the Oracle text of a card is not free info?
It is. Absolutely is.
No, it's derived info. The name of the card, the English name of a card is free info, but the Oracle text is derived info that you happen to be allowed to ask a judge for.
Yeah, you have to ask a judge for it. What do you mean?
But it's not free information. There's a separate category of free information for things like the name of a card or how much life you have.
Sure, but
and
like,
the text of the card's not in that.
You can just call a judge for Oracle text at any point.
Yeah.
There's actual no spot where you will be denied Oracle text.
Yeah, the only case would be if you didn't realize you were allowed to call a judge and your opponent correctly said, "I'm not required to tell you that."
Why just don't say anything? Like,
that's fair.
If my opponent asks me, like in competitive RL tournaments, when my opponent asks me what my cards do, I just tell them to call a judge. Like I just never tell my opponents what my cards do, because if I ever, it's just not worth potentially them misinterpreting something I say. I let the judge do their job.
Fair.
I play a pretty. It's not like I play a very weird deck. I play a very popular deck, so most people know what all my cards do. Ooh, box has been used. Doesn't matter though. Favor.
I mean, it's still correct.
Is it?
Maybe he wants to play two fans.
What if he does a political attack here now and he's not able to box on offense?
Box what?
Something could happen. You don't know.
I know what. Yes, I do in fact know, because I know what Bitmeadow's hand is, and there's no dishonor effective there.
Look, relax. Handsome Gun, it's Noman.
I think it's correct, given that Bitmeadow's hand is being revealed. You're not going to get dishonor effect.
Here's the rival on defense.
Alright, let's motivate.
I wonder if we'll see an edict this time.
There's no motivate in that hand, actually.
Oh, there's fate worse than death.
You don't redirect this, do you? No, there's no way.
What would you even redirect it to?
That's why you don't.
Interesting. Redirects it to.
He does. Huh.
I guess it's free, right? Like what? I guess now.
It's not free because now Savvy Paul is online. Now you can play Way of
Yeah,
the Crane.
you wave on Savvy and you re-honor your Whisperer.
Yeah. I'd like to point out that maybe I predicted the wrong person, but Bit Battle is now down to 7 honor after that assassination gets censured with the 1 censure.
Oh, Kami
Then
Unleashed!
Kami Unleashed to resolve the Void
He's
Ring.
gonna avoid both these rivals now.
Rip rivals.
That's so good.
Yeah, Void Ring Kami Unleashed is sometimes very strong. There's 6 characters in play on a Scorpion deck. What happened?
What do you mean?
6. That's not a number of characters that exists, I'm pretty sure.
What do you mean? It's in play right now. I count them. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4,
I'm
5,
confused.
6.
How did that happen?
He played them. I don't understand what's confusing about it.
You're allowed to play more than one character
Yeah,
in a turn?
have
Are
you-
you sure?
I mean, I'm not allowed to, but I mean...
No, you're allowed. You're allowed to play 3 swordsmiths per turn.
Look, I would need a lot of fate. I can't remember the last time I put less than 2 fate on my swordsmith.
I'm pretty sure you put 1 fate in a swordsmith against me before.
I could see that. I think if I didn't have like a finger or something, I would do it. You also play 3 assassinations, so like I just assume it's gonna die.
Yeah, well, I tried playing 4, but it didn't seem like a good idea. So I'm down to 3.
Little loose.
It's like the Elvish Archdruid's attack, right?
Archer is the lord. Yeah, the lord that taps for mana.
There was a story about somebody who played 5 Elvish Archdruid in a PTQ.
That's really big brain by him. I mean, with 5, you're even higher chance to draw them. I don't know why nobody else thought of that.
Yeah.
Alright, so Shen resolves the Void Ring twice, voids both his rivals. Now we're gonna see Political Earth, if I had to guess.
So after this turn ends, that's gonna be down to 5 honor. Shen's gonna box and be ahead on honor, despite that 5/1 bid.
Look, dishonoring Scorpion is easy, right?
Yeah, you can tell how easy it is from the number of dishonor tokens on the Scorpion side of the board.
Well, I mean, if you're a Scorpion, it's easy to dishonor another Scorpion.
If you're a Scorpion, it's very easy to dishonor yourself.
That too.
I'm still kind of happy about that one play from PAX where I assassinated my own dishonored character.
Ooh, nice to box. That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah, I need to use box for lethal. Well, box into unopposed air for lethal. Just don't use Hotaru on defense. You're gonna have a lot of trouble with that.
Alright, so Shen steals, and then we have a dishonor character in play. Do you just...
Yeah.
What do you bid if you're Shen here? Do you try and draw some more cards now?
I wait to see what my flop is.
That's fair.
Because I don't mind one bidding here. Well, it depends on how good Shen's hand is. And we know Shen's hand is literally perfect because he chose not to use a favorite niece. So clearly you bid one. What do you buy?
Let's see.
Shen,
So
I mean.
Widwin would buy Yunako, you would buy Hiroe, and I think Shen's gonna pass.
You think Shen's gonna pass?
Yep,
With
calling.
9 fate?
He's got 10 conflict characters. He's just gonna pass.
I mean, you are right that I would buy Hiroi, right? Because it turns out that Yunako can get boxed.
Yeah, look. Widwin would buy Yunako, because Widwin loves Yunako. You would buy Hiroe, because, you know, that's the normal, standard, you know, good play to make. And then I think Shen will pass. Make me a profit. Do it, buddy. Come on, Johnny. Here's Johnny. Just, please. I just need to have the biggest brain. That would be such a good call by me.
He's thinking about something. Let's see where he wants to
He's
model after.
thinking about how he's gonna DC.
Yeah, he's trying to locate the optimal router cord placement.
Unlucky.
No.
Alright, look, my brain wasn't big enough today.
He decided to try to be me instead of trying to be win-win, apparently. So if he wanted to do that, maybe he shouldn't have spent 10 conflict characters. Alright. Are we going to see the draw phase storehouse? We are, or the dynasty storehouse? We are. Good. Alright.
So
3 to 2.
He boxes and we see 3 to 2.
That's reasonable. 5
I
is
don't
firmly
understand
out of the danger zone.
Both players bid less than 5.
There's a rule when there's fewer than 12 honor on the table, you start bidding numbers that aren't 5.
That's wrong. I've definitely bid 5 when there's less.
I said start bidding.
Oh, okay.
Not like, you don't always. But like I think that's actually a decent general rule. In most of the time, is if there is 12 honor on the table, and you have at least 6 of it, then you should always bid 5, pretty much.
Yeah, I feel it's a little risky going to 2. If I'm at 6, I usually 4 bid, so then I go to 3. I feel a little safer on 3, but I'll still 5.
Well, if I'm at 6 and I bid 5, I go to 3 because I play Scorpion.
Yeah, that's fair. Look, Mountains, Anvil Castle, still working on it. +2 is what I got.
I mean, 2 is a bigger number than 1.
That's true, and it's any conflict, and it pumps both stats. Look, the Dragon Stronghold is the 3rd best stronghold. It's just, it's still well below the top 2 strongholds.
The Crab Stronghold is the highest number, has the highest province strength, so it's the best one.
That's true. Highest province strength. It's like Stream of
Well, let's check. Like what's the stronghold with the lowest province strength?
Unicorn, worst.
And what's the worst stronghold? Exactly.
Easy.
It checks.
Yep. Math. We did the math. # we did the math. Yeah, Travis. +2 is pretty good. However, the other 2 strongholds are just like on a completely different axis than just stats.
Yeah. I mean, I thought they realized that Scorpion Stronghold was broken, and that's why they put +1 on it, because I thought that mattered. But then they put +0 on Unicorn, so then I realized they didn't realize it mattered.
Chris says high numbers are bad. It's like golf.
Yeah, that's how you can tell Lion is bad, because it has a 12 on it.
Yeah, look, see. Chris says look at Scorpion and the new Phoenix one. 1 province strength, obviously bad.
Well, hang on, because let's see. So maybe all the ones with odd province strength are good. Have you thought about that theory?
Well, no, the Crab Stronghold's pretty bad.
It's the highest province strength. It means it's good.
Alright, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
it turns out cards are preferable to not cards.
Yeah, Travis, for my new stronghold, I want the new Dragon Stronghold to let me play any attachment from my graveyard. And then if that attachment would leave play, it gets removed. Done. Balanced.
No, it should be discard the top card of your deck if it's an attachment. Play it.
Ooh, that would be so sick. I would totally be in for that.
How about if it's there is a
I'm trying to think of how many events I would play. I would play maybe 3 Let Go and 3 Wander, and the rest would be all attachments. I think I would do that.
Cut Fury, or would you go with the restricted list?
Well, I'm assuming if there's a restricted list. If there's no restricted list, I would play Fury too. And
fair.
I don't know if I would play Debate in that list. I would probably not, because that would still give me 30. It would give me 31. I want my chances to hit to be very high. And by very high, I mean I want to hit every single turn. We see
Shen disconnect again.
Nice. I don't know where Shen is in Texas, but he needs to get some, non-dial-up internet. Well, I don't think Causeway counts in for the stronghold because it's just as attachment, and Causeway is not actually an attachment.
Yeah, you can't test his skill Kazuya, so you can't put it.
Let's see. Well, Chris, Houston has some fucking terrible internet.
Here, would you like a stronghold that's actually just 4 copies of charge?
No, I don't even need charge. Like, I would be very happy with charge on the restricted list. I am not nearly in love with that.
I linked to an old 5R Dragon stronghold.
Oh,
that's what happened.
Alright, I'm looking.
While we wait for the connection.
After players reveal stronghold, search your deck for 4 different non-unique Dragon Clan Samurai. Attach 1 to each of your provinces face up and out of play. This is pretty sick. Non-unique though? That's still pretty insane, right? Like, you just pick Niten Master, Doom Shigenja, Swordsmith, and probably Initiate.
Depending on how literally you read it, you can't take most of those things because most of them aren't Bushi.
Actually, every single one of them is Bushi except for 2. Master's Bushi and actually,
Swordsmith isn't Bushi. I'm pretty sure.
I think Initiate is Bushi Monk. So Swordsmith and Doom Shigenja can't be.
Huh, Dragon really doesn't like have any non-unique characters, does it?
What do you mean, Niten Master, Investigator, Niten Adept?
Oh, Investigator. Wait, you wouldn't put an Investigator in there?
You have to charge it, right? Like, I can't charge it in the political?
It doesn't say mill.
Oh, sure, yeah, then Investigator. He's not Bushi, though.
Yeah, it depends if you think it's to say Bushi or not.
Yeah, he's definitely Cordy.
I'm not sure there are 4 non-unique Dragon Clan Bushi, though.
Tattooed in Monk? Alright, that's unlucky. I don't think there's 4 non-unique Bushi Dragon characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm well aware Investigator isn't Bushi.
Did you notice at the end of this card, you may take an additional battle action?
Look, Relentless Assault is balanced. Never has there ever been an issue with people taking multiple combats. No infinite combos.
It's not an additional conflict. It's just you get to play 2 actions in a row.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, okay.
Yeah, so like you put someone to play and immediately cultivate with them. Alright. The game is
okay, wait.
Alright.
Trivia time. 6 non-unique Dragon Bushi. Alright, I'm gonna name them. So Niten Master, Niten Adept.
Niten Adept. That's a good one.
Enigmatic Magistrate is a 3rd one.
Yeah, that's a card. I think I know one.
3 more I've got a name? Alright, let's see. I can do this. All of my characters suck. Like, other than the ones that are, like, if I'm not playing... Oh, Miyamoto Prodigy? No! Fuck you, Mittens. I'm naming these. Raitsuga's unique. I'm not cheating. I definitely
I'll be very
Miyamoto Prodigy. It's one of them's a 3.
Oh, meanwhile, by the way, Crane got cultivated twice and then got the Katana back on.
Well, Luke just attacked Secret Cache on purpose, so he's committed.
Yeah.
He's committed Sudoku.
We're pretty sure he's resigning. I think.
Enlightened Warrior, I believe, is Bushi. He might be Monk though.
Yep, Enlightened Warrior is both, I believe. It's definitely a Bushi.
And I can't name the 6th one. What's the 6th?
Do you want to know why you couldn't name the last one?
Oh, it's because it's never seen play. It's Northern Wall Sensei.
Yep.
I played Northern Wall Sensei in my team deck, and it was not good.
Wait, are you saying it's ever seen play then?
Yeah, it's all play. I put it into play. I put it into play once.
Congratulations.
And then I mulliganed it every other
Fade
time.
by my desire.
Yeah, I put 4 Fade on it just to see how good it was, and then I loaded it up, and it was still terrible.
I don't remember what it does.
It has action. While this character is participating in a conflict, choose a character you control with an attachment on it. That character can't be the target of events your opponents control. Until the end of the conflict.
I think I'd rather play with Enigmatic Magistrate.
Enigmatic Magistrate might actually be OP against Phoenix. New Phoenix. A lot of their characters are evens. And then you can convert the non-even ones.
That's
Like they don't play.
oh
They
right,
don't play
because you
any
guys just
threes.
have Tattooed Wanderer.
They don't play any threes.
They don't play Ojimbo?
A lot of lists only have like 2, or like they cut them.
I hope my opponents don't play Ojimbo.
Well, Yojimbo can be Furied unlike every other character in that deck.
That's true, but Ojimbo also makes the other characters in the deck not able to be Furied.
Why wouldn't Fury them anyway? They just get stood again.
Also, you can Fury Fujisho.
Yeah, Bill made the mistake of hard buying Fushisho against me the other night, and he got Furied in 2 straight conflicts, and he's like, oh yeah, this.
Also, I just realized Oni Mask plus Cloud the Mind would have countered Fushisho if I ever had both Oni Mask and Cloud the Mind in my deck at the same time.
Wait, doesn't Oni Mask doesn't Oni Mask?
No, Oni Mask is end of conflict, and you need to
end of
blanket
the
until the end of the.
I thought it was end of the phase.
No, it's conflict.
Oni Mask is fucking terrible.
Even if it was phase, that wouldn't
Look,
help.
I know you tried to make Oni Mask work, but that card's dog shit. All right, so Asami.
I think I was slightly wrong about it, but you have to remember it gives you 1 mill skill. That 1 mill skill is actually decent.
Sure. You know what else gives you mill skill for 0? Fine Katana.
I was thinking you were going to say Pathfinder Blade, and I was going to say, yes, I'm flying the maximum
Oh,
number of
yeah.
foes. Fair.
Let's see. So we see Hiroi pulling in this Honored Asami. It's just she's just gonna get dishonored. Actually, if Shen has like a first shame and another dishonor effect, he can just kill her. We see
Voices Edicted, which suggests that there is a dishonor effect, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't. So
Steward.
Court games gets voiced, which then gets edicted, and then Steward shows up and like, wait, Steward's gonna get killed here. 2 fate.
Yeah.
You put 2 fate on the Steward. No, Luke.
Yeah. He's just making a donation to the Celestial Fate pools in Tengoku.
Has he even showed you once?
Yeah, he burned Asami.
Okay. He.
And it's down to 1 card.
Yeah.
So, does he have a for shame? He does not have a for shame. Oh no, he had Aurora.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Here's your rules trivia. That was not an unopposed conflict.
Correct.
Even though during step 324, check for unopposed. During the unopposed step, there were no defending characters. The conflict is still not treated as unopposed.
Yeah. It's weird because of the delayed trigger. I believe we're about to see a concession, but I could be wrong. Man, how do clans get along without playing Cloud the Mind?
I don't know. Like in this meta, they could splash Oni Mask.
Seeker roll only.
They're seekers.
That's true. Mitten says very carefully. Yeah.
Yes, you have to be very careful when you cut your opponent's deck to put all the tacticus in the bottom.
Moving to 3 Cloud the Minds in Dragon just feels like it should always have been 3 instead of 2.
I don't feel like Scorpion should always have been 3, but it's nice to have them.
I mean, like in core set, yeah, absolutely. I think it just should have been 3 always. Like
Scorpion or just a dragon?
Dragon.
Yeah, no, you're probably
Dragon
right.
should always have been
Scorpion.
on 3.
I'm glad I have them now, but I wouldn't.
I think
always
people
play
also
3.
just undervalued Agasha Swordsmith. Soldier Token says, as a lion, let me tell you, it's rough. Yeah, I definitely. Not only.
A lion has the best shoot engine in the game.
Is it?
Spirit Color?
Is it?
It can put Tactica into play.
I don't know if it's the best one. It's definitely top 3.
What's the other one? Like, I can see you get an argument with Tactica. What's the third one?
I was thinking of Phoenix cards, but obviously Tadaka. Let's see. I would argue that that Swordsmith might be better.
I would not let my opponent put either uh, put Spirit Caller in their deck in place of either 3 Swordsmiths or 3 Tadaka.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, all right.
Because I don't want to play against I don't want to play against a deck that plays Spirit Caller and Tsushisho.
Spirit Caller is probably the second best one.
I'm not sure I want to play against Spirit Caller for
Kaede is
Tsushisho.
garbage, Tristan Wolf. If my opponent plays Kaede against me, I'm happy.
I wouldn't say Kaede is garbage, but Kaede does not belong in a discussion of best Shugenja in the game. It's like the 3 we just talked about, and then I think the 4th one is Uchi Wayfinder.
No. The 4th one. So it's the 3 we talk. So it's so there's three non-dragon ones, and then there's the 3 dragon ones.
Wait, we had your dragon one in the top 3 already. Though,
yeah, well,
right?
like Yokuni and Doom Shigenja are also up there.
Okay, yeah, Doom Shigenja.
So
I'm not actually sure about
the other one's
Yokuni.
Witch Hunter. It's Spirit Caller, Witch Hunter, and Tadaka for non-dragon ones, and then the 3 dragon ones are all better than the rest. Prior to the Phoenix Pack, Dragon had the 3 best had 3 of the 4 best Shugenja in the game.
I really think Wayfinder's strong, but
sure, it's not as strong as Doom Shigenja or Swordsmith or Yokuni. Yokuni is busted.
I haven't really played with him enough to know. I played Dragon
the
exactly.
insane things you can do with Yokuni is just awesome. Like there was one game where I had reorganized my dynasty with Mendicant to put a Yokuni. I then copied in Dynasty, copied my opponent's Nourishment to flip it face up to get a duplicate. Yeah.
That's some new tech.
It was known as cute.
Sure.
Yeah, Wayfinder on the same level as Doom Shigenja. You got me, Chris.
I think Wayfinder's really strong, but you might have convinced me it gets 7th. I'm not sure Wayfinder's better than I'm not sure Wayfinder's worse than Witch Hunter.
It definitely worse than Witch Hunter. Just because you know the province is there doesn't mean it's going anywhere.
Yeah, but have you played against dragon provinces?
Yeah, I do it all the time. I have Pathfinders played.
That's fair. Yeah, some people can't play Pathfinders played though.
It sucks to be them.
Yeah. You know how many Seekers are in this Invitational?
A lot.
12.
It's everyone but the Phoenixes, right? Oh,
No,
and the
crab.
Crab. So yeah, 12 out of 16.
Yeah. Keeper is good, guys. Clearly.
To be fair,
Right.
I actually did have fun playing Keeper Dragon. You just played.
Okay, that's because Talisman of the Sun is done. It's not because Keeper
yeah,
is done.
Talisman of the Sun, and then keep rebuying Yuruma to keep turning Restoration face down. It was so sick.
Alright, so what lessons can we tell our viewers to take from this game?
If you buy
Let's see, if there's a ring with fit. Yeah, that's a good one. In Paul, please. Don't make no attacks.
Yeah.
Don't bid 1 for no reason.
Yeah, that was just very random that he decided to go down that path. If he I think on turn 1 on the turn that the Fury was off, he needed to just take the break and then be more aggressive with a Hotaru attack.
Discard Brush Samurai and find your guest of honor.
Hard mulligan for guest of honor.
Yeah.
Like we didn't see a single guest of honor in this game. All you have to do is just hard mulligan for it.
Pretty much. If you play 3 policy debates, your opponent is sad. He only played 2 apparently. I thought he played 3. If you played 2 policy debates, your opponent is so sad. Oh, it was 2 pol debates and a Meek Informant, is why I thought there were 3 pol debates.
That Kami and Leech play was pretty sick though. Alright, that's gonna do it. Thanks everyone for joining. Let's take a quick look at the bracket. We've got let me just see this.
The winner of Shoot versus Heinzo will be playing Shenful, and the loser will be playing
Luke. Yeah. So everyone in the upper bracket has just the same matchups coming to them.
That's not true. One of Woodwind and Sleesky are going to play Crane, and the other's going to play me.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's fair. And then once we get into round 2 of losers, though, the brackets flip flop, where the bottom half will start playing the top half, which is cool.
So if there'll be some Phoenixes playing some Cranes, is what I'm seeing, or maybe some Scorpions.
Yeah. I could lose to Chris. I think that matchup's very 50-50, so you might see a dragon. So like I would play the winner of Shoot Heinzel versus Luke. It looks like.
You have to win this because you have to fight for clan diversity and winners.
Look, dude. Have you seen Chris's list? He's got seven attachment hate cards. Like he's just so teched out. Fire.
7?
Yeah, he's got 7. He's got 2 fire elemental guards, 2 mystics, and 3 let goes.
I see some Cloud the Mines in your future.
What day next? What day and time?
Oh, do you know what I'm playing, by the way?
Yeah, Micah told me, Saturday at noon.
Yeah.
I added that to the bracket.
So you did.
Earliest Friday. That's not a definitive time. I can't put that on the bracket.
Wait, earliest isn't a time?
Yeah. We were playing CSGO the other day, and someone in the game made a call. They're like, they're all at A, and then we got to A, and there was only 3 of them, and so my friends and I are just like, I guess all means 3 now. So now we're just like, all attack with all creatures.
I didn't even play that game. That's still really funny.
All right. Well, until Nix gives me a real time, I'll leave the time slot blank. But yeah. So let's see. Still got one. The Slisky Woodwind match is gonna be sick tomorrow. I am super excited to cast that. We got our Discord reigning champ, 2-time Discord champ versus 2-time Kote champ. I mean, we only had 3 people, Travis. Like, I mean, I don't know what you want from me. I had a lot of fun. I'm really, really bad at CSGO, though. So, like, I don't play that much of it because I actually just really hate playing games I'm super bad at and have no interest in getting better at.
So, just to talk for a minute while we're here, if you're willing to say, what do you think of Largest's deck in general?
Oh, I think Chris's deck is really good. Like, so...
There's some... You like the one Masahiro?
Look, that's a banana inclusion, alright? Like, that's just not going to get bought against me. Let's be real.
Is that going to get bought ever?
I don't know. Chris was saying it's good against Crane and Scorpion, but who knows?
I noticed there's only 2 Fushijo.
Yeah, I think most lists are on 2 Fushisho, actually.
I noticed there's Karmic Twist with no embraces. Interesting.
Is there? Oh yeah, there's 1 Karmic Twist.
Yeah.
Yep, no embrace. I don't have to really. I mean, it's fine.
I guess if it goes and it gets assassinated, there's only 1 assassinate as well.
Yep. He does have 2 censures.
3 display of power.
Yep. Look, I'm gonna get displayed. I'm gonna get censured. We're just gonna battle, right? I'm just gonna send E10 Master and hope it works.
E10 Master. That's not a card I see him play much.
Never. I can't remember the last time I bought that against Scorpion.
You probably did it once when you had like 12 Fate or something, I'm guessing, at some point.
Maybe on the Stronghold attack I might have. Like at the very end of the game. It gets mulliganed really aggressively. That card sucks in that matchup.
Yeah, wow. How horrible it must be to play with bad cards like E10 Master.
Yeah, I just pick better cards like Raitsugu and Investigator.
Investigator.
Katsuki Investigator is just a treat of a card. Real fun.
Scorpion Chat was complaining about the fact that whenever you play against you, there's always at least 3 Investigators with 3 Fate each.
Oh yeah, with people in Scorpion Chat playing me on Jigoku? Yeah, that's fair. I aggressively buy Investigator and mulligan for it.
L5R said that he's played you 3 times and you got 3 Investigators all the time.
Oh, L5R? Like... Look, I've only got... It's only 2. It's only 2. Come on.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, he needs to get the you know, exaggerations down. It's only 2, and they do usually have 3 or 4 Fate.
Kiseki said that you only put 2 to 3 Fate on it.
I put 3. I don't think I always put 3 on my Investigators. Investigators too
You've
good.
put 4 on them before.
Oh, I put 4 on them. Yeah, absolutely.
4 is not 3, though I guess 4 contains 3.
Yeah.
So, hang on, you're saying is you put all of the fate on them?
Yeah. All at A. Alright, that's going to do it for this cast. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. Thanks, no one, for casting. And we'll see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time is Woodwind versus Slowski.
Cool.